Para. 1, 2, 3, 4. Para. Ay, pues buenos días. Ay, espérate a ver si consigo poner el teléfono sin la pues eso, el juego este hace cosas raras. El jueguito de... Un momento que ver cosas. El juego de... No entiendo qué pasa, pero bueno, a ver qué pasa. Con mi filtro naranja. Decir exprimido. Bien reconudo. Ahora entiendo. En fin, vamos a ir haciendo cosas. Bueno, probablemente es que ponga la hora. Son las... Voy a esperar a que justo sea I4 y cuando sean I4 le voy a dar a OK. Justo cuando sean I4. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Son las 14 de la mañana. Momento. Sí. Antes de que empecemos, ¿puedo decir algo? No. Gracias por configurar la hora. Las 2 veces que hiciste el juego. ¿En serio? Mucha gente no se toma en serio este paso. Dejar el reloj en 12 y siguen adelante. Pero tú te tomaste el tiempo de configurarlo y te lo agradezco. Ahora sé que esta experiencia es importante para ti. Estás prestado de... Ni siquiera tengo forma de saber si ahora que pusiste la correcta. ¿Sabes algo? Es un trato. Como cooperaste a la persona que dices el juego y ves esta pantalla, pon tu hora favorita en el reloj. Adelante, dije lo que prefieres. Que no sea correcto, te lo ganaste. Hostia. Lo gracioso es que anoche abrí el juego y puse la hora que era anoche cuando configuré el juego para... Por si era importante. Pero joder. Espera. En la mini... Ay no, tío, ya vamos a empezar. Oh. Es decir, en la mini pantallita también está el menú, pero es que no está solo el menú, está mi ratón en la mini pantallita. Y en la mini... Y en la mini... Ay, Dios santo bendito, tío, que hagamos de empezar. Dame un segundo, por favor. Mitad de naranja. He ido esta mañana expresamente a la tienda. A esta mega superficie de venta de alimentos. Con una canción que todos conoceréis de... Solo para comprarme mi zumito de naranja. Tío, es que estoy por salirme y meter otra vez la hora. No sé, me ha hecho mucha gracia lo de meter la hora. La palabra de Stanley. Pues nada, iniciar partida. ¿Qué otra cosa podemos hacer? The end is never, the end is never, the end is never. Maldita tarta, tío, de que aquí será ahí.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Vale.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on the keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month.
Joder, menudo trabajazo, ¿no?
And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the though he'd been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
¿Cómo nos dan clases de filosofía, tío?
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Bien. Voy a quedarme quieto, a ver si el narrador me dice algo. Y se raya. De naranja. Buenos días, Vanceta. Me da pena que llegues ahora porque te has perdido el principio, que ha sido muy gracioso, pero buenos días, Vanceta. Estoy totalmente quieto porque tengo la teoría de que a ver si me quedo quieto el narrador me dice algo, pero buenos días, Vanseto. Nah, no me dice nada.
All of his co-workers
Sus colegas se habían ido. ¿A qué podía deberse?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
No había llegado una nota.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Estaría guay que eso solo lo dijera si busco. Oh, Dios, ahí hay un mensaje.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Entonces se puso a tocar casi todo lo que había en la oficina, pero no encontré una forma de avanzar. Me ha hecho gracia. El juego me hace mucha gracia por los comentarios de romper la cuarta pared. No puedo saltar, por cierto. Así que voy a decir con el narrador por seguir dándole a la E todo lo que puedo. Yo voy fameando a la E como un desgraciado. Pues estoy parando monitores, tío. I hate Monday, me pasa. Adiós. Buena. Vaya. También puedo darle al clic del ratón, que es bastante más cómodo dar a la E.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Ha dicho izquierda, vi por la derecha.
This was not the correct way
el
to the
camino
meeting room,
y
and Stanley knew
Stanley
it
lo sabía muy bien.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the
Pero
employee
quería
lounge
pasar
first,
de
just to
empleado.
admire it.
Tan solo para... Joder. Estoy viendo a todas las puertas que pueda. Espera. No, así no va.
Yes,
Así,
truly a
el
room worth
espacio digno de
admiring.
admiración.
It had really been worth the detour after all, just
Realmente
to spend
vale
a
la
few
pena, solo
moments here in this
momento aquí en esta
immaculate,
escena
beautifully
inmaculada, misma
constructed room.
construcción.
Stanley simply stood here, drinking it, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Voy pasando 3 kilos del narrador.
Stanley was so bad at
Era muy
following
mala para seguir
directions, it's
indicaciones.
incredible
Increíble
he
que no
wasn't
hace
5
varios
years
años.
ago.
Estoy haciendo caso omiso al... Adiós. Necesito una tarjeta. No puedo saltar. Do not jump from the cargo lift where it is moving. Penalty for misses of cargo lift. Penalty for jumping. Me cobran $5.000 si me tiro.
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley left from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you're very powerful.
Me acabo de matar. Nah, chicos, hace falta un contador de muerte.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Hace falta un contador de
Stanley
muerte.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door
una puerta a la
on his
izquierda.
left.
Una puerta a la izquierda, no.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Muchas gracias.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've
Stanley,
gotten
creo que a lo
off on
mejor
the wrong
empezamos con el pie
foot
izquierdo.
here.
Hágalo
I'm not
directamente
trying.
conmigo.
No, really, I'm not.
Yo
I
tenía
realize
eso,
that
¿sabes?
investing in your trust
Sé que a
in
veces
someone else can be
te prestas tu
difficult,
confianza en
but
otra
the fact
persona,
is
pero
that
la
the
verdad es que la
story has
historia
been
siempre ha
about
girado en
nothing
torno a ti
but
hasta
you
ahora.
all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting,
Esa es alguien, Stanley. Te has olvidado de esa
someone you've
persona.
forgotten about. Please,
Por favor,
stop
intentes
trying to
tomar
make
tus
every
decisiones.
decision by
Joder.
yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me. I'm asking for
Por ella,
This is it,
no.
Stanley.
Aquí estamos, Stanley, esta
Your
oportunidad de
chance to
redimirte.
redeem yourself, to put your work
De
aside,
dejar de lado y
to let
hacer
her back into your
parte de tu
life.
vida. Hacer la parte de tu
She's
vida.
been waiting.
She's waiting for you. Eso es una cosa de James Bond. ¿Y qué hago? Me corto las venas. ¿Qué quiere, señor? Me he cagado, pensaba que era un cadáver. Está gracioso el juego, está gracioso. Asumo que no... Adiós. Ah.
That's her, Stanley.
Es ella, Stanley.
You need to be the one
Tú
to
eres
do
quien tiene
this,
que hacer
to
esto.
reach out to
Abrirte a
her.
ella.
If you can truly place
Si
your
puedes
faith
depositar tu
in
confianza en otra
another,
persona, hazme el
then pick
teléfono.
up the phone.
Yo no confío. Déjenme salir. Cero confianza, ¿eh? Yo no confío. No confío. Que no confío. Cada vez más fuerte. Tiene pinta de que tengo que confiar, ¿verdad? Un segundo. No sé, me parece muy feo que me obliguen a confiar. Parece que alguien fuma basto. La puerta es intangible a todo esto, no me dejan interactuar con ella. ¿Lo puedo desenchufar?
As Stanley picked up the phone, a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but with hope. Hope for a life reunited one... Wait.
Espera, hay cielos.
Stanley, did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly. I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
¿Puedo no mirarlo?
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, it can also be the most dangerous. For example, In this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people. Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a bad sack and crack."
Práctica.
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Voy a ir una run full pasar del narrador, que conste.
Welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
¿No puedo ir por otro lado? No puedo ir por otro lado. Ah, qué triste. Vamos a ver cómo puedo contradecir otra vez al narrador.
Now that we know your choices are
Ahora que sabemos
meaningful,
decir
we
eso
can't
significa que no
have you
podemos
jumping
dejar
off
que
the platform
te
and
mates saltando de la
dying.
plataforma.
Imagine the main character dying
Como que te
senselessly
esto muere de una manera tan
halfway through
estúpida en medio de la
the
historia.
story. That
Iba a
story
decir
would
que
make
tiene
no
valla.
sense at all. We
Tenemos
just need to
que
get you home as soon
tenemos que
as
llevarte a la
possible
casa ahora
before
posible
the
antes de la
narrative
contradicción
contradiction
narrativa
gets any
empeore.
worse.
Iba a
Unfortunately,
decir, qué
it
raro, esto
seems
no
this
estaba
place
vallado.
is not well equipped to
Que
deal
siempre que
with
estoy
reality.
equivocando por ir con la realidad. Gracioso. Mis decisiones tienen consecuencias.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world. Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Salen las dos, gracias.
No! Why did you do that?
No, porque hiciste eso.
Hurry
Deprisa,
back in
vuelve
the other
rápido a la otra
direction. Perhaps we're
dirección.
not too late.
Que es demasiado tarde. Voy a romper el juego. Mira la estantería, tío. ¡Ah! Disonancia ludonarrativa. Parkour. 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 4, 5. Tengo que elegir por cojones la otra puerta, tío. No me jodas. Que no sé si hay triggers de tiempo. No quiero, tío. Le quiero llevar la contra el narrador. Pero muy fuerte, además. Mira, tontín, he vuelto a elegir la puerta de la derecha, no sé. En fin, parece ser que no. Pagamos. Servito. Por cierto, sobre las 11:30 cortaremos y Dark Souls. Nada, solo me quiere elegir la puerta de la izquierda, tío.
Ruined.
Pero no puedo creer que después de todo lo que hemos hablado.
My story. You've destroyed my work.
Why?
For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. Oh, I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down.
No, no me jodas que me apague el juego.
I have to.
Me encantaría salir en el menú, tío. Me haría tanta gracia. ¿Por qué no se me informó?
I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You. Who thought you were so clever.
Que te crees tan inteligente. Ay, mira dónde está.
My entire game is destroyed.
¿Por qué no se me dijo que esto era un juego de miedo?
Mine and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny?
You
just had to see?
Sí.
Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you. You're a child.
Eres un niño.
Oh.
My story. Mi historia.
If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen that there was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make...
Maravilloso.
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine.
No.
All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back.
LOL?
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first.
No.
I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back.
Directamente.
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back.
Escribir a ver si cambia o simplemente
exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly
Una vez más, y si no cambia nada, vamos por la de izquierda y ya
I'm
está.
quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
A ver si cambia y me dice, cruzó la puerta de la derecha, o sea, cambia todo.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back. Behave exactly as Stanley would.
No
that means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Que no. Espérate.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back.
No.
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Vale, se ha cerrado. Si quieres un poquito estará bien.
there was not a single person here either.
Tips for
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
¿Quién me ha cambiado la presentación? Let it ball up inside. ¿Cómo? Que dejéis de cambiarme las diapositivas, coño. Managers, review. Y dale. Todo el mundo es único. Bueno, vamos a ir a la oficina del jefe.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
No podía ir a otro lado, así que solo puedo subir. Como que nada mal el rollo esta zona, tío. Me recuerda al Hotel Overlook.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of anything in life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
¿Lo dices? Es que
Stanley spoke the code.
No puedo hablar.
Night Shark 115. He spoke it
Lo
into
dije
the
el comunicador
receiver,
que estaba ahí mismo en la
right there
pared.
on the wall.
Night Shark 115. Nah, había que probarlo.
I'm sorry, is there a problem?
No hay algún problema.
You didn't mishear me, did you?
Que no sé
Please
hablar.
speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
Te cagas. Night Shark 115. No, tío, estaría merece si pudieras hablar.
Okay, fine. You're not going to do it. But you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You. When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left. Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice. Bien, me saca un final. Walk through the door.
Salí para Ultra Deluxe. Me saca un final. Los créditos. No me creo que me haya sacado un final. ¿Qué cojones?
The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand?
Sí, me entiendes. No, creo que es al final.
It's just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here.
Creo que te puedes equivocar. Podemos trabajar en un punto de terror que haga solito. ¡Qué mentira! Unity. Aunque elija la de la derecha te regaña. Solo en la obra Stanley para el 2013.
I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay.
Triste.
It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
De lo que necesites. Está triste. Porque no decido. Pues nada, me pasa el juego. GGZ. Lo dejamos por aquí, ¿te imaginas?
All of his co-workers
ha venido. ¿A qué podría deberse?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Intentarán hacerle full caso al señor No, espera.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Aquí había una puerta a la izquierda. Vamos a intentar ir por aquí, a
The lounge
ver.
was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to
Se ve que me tiene que
business,
dar un
Stanley took
rato.
the
Hola,
first
Busi.
open door on his left.
Una puerta a la izquierda, ¿vale? Ahora sí te voy a
And
hacer
so he
caso.
detoured through the
Entonces aquí hay
maintenance
por
section, walked
mantenimiento.
straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Espera. Porque esto es para cruzar toda la sala de reuniones. Entonces, chungo.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, left.
Nope. A la left, no. Not a la left. No me da la gana. Nada de hacerte caso, narrador. ¿Me dices a la izquierda? Pues yo me voy para la... No puedo hacer otro que esperar. Está cerrado. Está cerrado. Ah. Y no puedo...
Oh, no.
Ah.
No, it's to the right, my mistake.
¡Qué susto, coño! Puto juego de miedo. ¿Me va a cerrar otra vez la puerta, el hijo de puta?
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh, dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Los papeles.
Now, let's see. We went down right,
Fuimos por
left,
derecha,
down,
abajo,
left,
izquierda.
right.
Joder, no sabe el camino.
Okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
No será la esta la cara, ¿verdad? Ah, pues no.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to...
¿Dónde estoy yo? Yo no era el 452.
It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning.
Tontito.
And this time,
Qué mal rollo.
suppose we don't wander so
que no
far
te
off track.
desvías tanto, ¿eh?
Okay.
No.
From the top.
Déjame en paz.
All of his co-workers were gone.
No sabía ni
What could
lo
it
que podía
mean?
deberse.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
¿Yo qué número
Perhaps
soy?
he had simply missed a memo.
427, ok. Voy a buscar luego en la tele, en la gran pantalla. El ganer, hermano. Matarse es bueno.
When Stanley...
¿Cómo?
Wait, what? No,
pero
I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be...
Puede estar...
Oh, did something change?
Sí.
Stanley, did you change
¿Qué
anything when we were back in that room with all
no
the
toqué nada.
monitors? Did
Palabrita.
you move the story somewhere or... Oh,
no.
Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story.
Sí.
It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere.
No.
Okay, then. It's an adventure.
Adiós.
Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Tengo miedo. Joder, ¿qué he hecho? He roto el juego otra vez.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
No.
Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
No. Tontito. Otra vez, joder.
All of his co-workers were
No
gone.
se había ido.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Una nota. Ahora no hay puertas.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Joder, con la parábola de Stanley, mi oficina.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes.
¿Cómo?
No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Esto haber cambiado. Efectivamente. ¿Cómo?
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley?
No.
Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this?
No!
You win!
Toma!
Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job.
Gigi, hice.
Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations.
No me deja ganar, tío.
I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
No le ofrecemos el narrador. Ari, tú te callas la puta boca, tío. Yo hablaré lo que me salga pues en mi directo, Gigi, hice.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Sigue la línea, lo que hago yo.
No, I'm down. We're living up to the line from now on.
De la línea de aquí en adelante. Ah, pasó 3 kilos de mí. Ya ni se molesta. Como, sigue la línea, me déjame en paz. Está jugando solitario. GG, EZ. Buen juego.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay, now if my
Es que no se calla, Arnie. No puedo hablar sin el narrador porque es que no se calla.
Experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office. Is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Dubstep. El que puso la línea se lo gozó, guapo, ¿eh?
Cut the music, go back and look at that.
Gracias.
Fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Es un helecho, hijo de puta. Yo lo mataba.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of... No, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us?
Bien.
And after we trusted you, after
cámara.
everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
No, pero deja de Buen día. Hola, Pepe. De Stanley para línea aventurera.
You know what, Stanley? I say
¿Por qué no se
forget
le
the
llama
adventure line.
aventura?
What's it ever done for
¿Qué hizo ya
us?
por
We're
nosotros?
intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting,
Toma.
daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable.
Siempre me
Why don't
equivoco
we
del
simply
número. Siempre
start
pienso
wandering in,
5-2.
well, I don't know. How about this direction?
No. Ábreme la puerta. El despacho del codecito es grande, ¿eh?
This is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Me hace dar vueltas en círculo. Pepe, te veo especialmente sexy hoy. Pepe siempre está más sexy que ayer, pero no menos que... Y yo no, Uzi. Después hablamos. Toma, Uzi, eso me suena a bronca. Por cierto, señores del chat. Adiós. No, la línea.
Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it.
Una cosa a ella y nos irá bien. Yo la voy a seguir, tío. Y a la línea del caos conmigo, esta extraña. Ay, pues no la puedo seguir, se acabó. Adiós.
Ah, a choice.
Tío, tendrás que tomar
We
elección.
get to make a
Voy a
decision.
elegir
From here,
mal.
the story is in our control.
Dinos rey que
How
se van.
important we mustn't squander the
Voy a estar
opportunity.
jugando
In fact,
hasta
I
las
believe I
11,
need a
11 y
minute
media
to
como
think
mucho.
here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so
Me voy
I
a
know
caminar
that
en
each
círculos.
door has to lead somewhere, which
Y
means
nos
that
vamos a Dark
somewhere, the
Souls.
place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our
Por cierto,
destination
los que llevan aquí desde el principio,
corresponds with
hacer lo
that
contrario.
contra-inverted...
Mira, Pepe, he empezado el juego, he puesto la hora. Y como anoche inicié el juego, me ha saltado una cinemática que el tío me dice, es la segunda vez que empiezas en el juego y has puesto otra vez la hora, bien, ole tú. Y no sé, me ha hecho mucha gracia. Y le he llevado la contraria en todo, luego me he llevado la contraria en todo y aquí estamos. Me saca un final que es llevarle la contraria en todo y como que corrompes el juego. Bueno, un final, ha reiniciado entero 100% se supone. Y ahora le he empezado por no hacer caso, pero he bajado al sótano, he descubierto las teles y... ¿Cómo lo voy a venir, hombre, no?
Reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic.
Vale.
Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
La puerta de la derecha. Pero ábreme la de la izquierda. Espérate. ¿Has jugado el final de la confusión?
Hold up, what's this? The confusion ending.
Desvíate de la tasa de mantenimiento. Llegas a monitorear la primera partida.
It's all one giant ending, and we're supposed to restart the game eight times.
18 veces.
That's really how all this goes?
Las dos puertas llegan al mismo sitio.
Determined. So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget?
Joder.
My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing.
Que tengo la confusión.
Wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really...
Y ordenador. Pepe comienza a encender el ordenador, pero 10 minutos se pasará.
No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it.
Lo reinicia.
And the timer stopped?
¡Toma! Hemos roto el juego.
Did we do it? Did we break the cycle?
He rompido la parábola.
Whatever it is that made this schedule. How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay.
Y lo reinicia.
I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of
Lo va a
story.
reiniciar.
Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey. though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I
Lo
hope
único que
that's
puedo
where we
decir es
are
buenos
right
días,
now.
Pepe.
We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
Au. El Pep. Josep
All of his
Tarradellas.
co-workers were gone.
Toma.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
El Mr. Memo.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his
Vamos a
left.
hacerle caso.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Hoping he coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Antes no había escalera hacia abajo, así que lo siento, pero down the stairs.
But
Bonito
Stanley
coche.
just couldn't do it.
No
He
podía
considered the
hacerlo.
possibility of
Solo se
facing
necesitará
his
su jefe que no
boss,
sé qué haya
admitting he had left his post
desmontado.
during work hours. He might be fired for that. And
Bien
in such a
despedido.
competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of
Estoy en un
existence
bucle.
in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made
Tú juegas hasta que te canses. Como dije, este juego tiene contenido
any
para aburrir.
logical sense.
Vale,
And as Stanley pondered this,
voy a
he
hacer una
began to
hora
make
porque son
other
las
strange
normas
observations.
y,
For example,
y ya veremos
why
si
couldn't he
seguimos.
see his feet when he looked down? Why
Es
did doors
verdad,
close automatically behind him wherever he went?
es verdad.
And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar.
No, sí, sé
Were
que
they
es un
simply
bucle.
repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue.
Estoy
He
dormido.
just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming!
Bien.
He yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a...
Llegué ayer, Arni, no sé cómo te fuiste. Llegué a Norlondo, me metí dentro de un cuadro y poco más. Encontré a los espartanos, abrí un atajo, me enfrenté a unos bichos ruedas y perdí algunas vidas, pero
Relief Stanley felt to have
Pero poco
finally
más, la
found an
verdad.
answer, an
maté a un
explanation.
dragón.
His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his
A hostia
job.
limpia.
He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid.
Bien.
So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then
¿Cómo?
he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
Me
Now
gusta
the
eso.
voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange.
Entonces, es una
I'm
paradoja.
dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he
Y así
thought.
infinitamente.
And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself? Believing that if he's
Uno, dos,
asleep, he doesn't
cuatro.
have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life.
Estoy fantástico.
Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, He knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back.
No.
The fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine.
Bien, va a estar bien.
I am okay.
Bien, estoy bien. No es verdad. ¿O no? Me como una mierda.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
¿Cómo?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man.
Me muerto.
He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal.
Joder, la muchacha, ¿no?
I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life.
Empieza otro juego con la señora esta.
Time for this. So it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Pues ya está, me salgo otro final, creo. De la parábola de Stanley. A ver, no sé si seguir o irme a Dark Souls.
Now, Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look like?
It was a
computer, perhaps.
Una pintura,
Was it a
diferente.
painting or a photo? He could no longer recall. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
No sé si ha
Perhaps he
vuelto a
wanted to
empezar.
stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Quiero probar una cosita.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting,
Stanley, no te mueras.
Someone you... What? Really? I was in the middle
sea,
of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red. All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, sí. Don't let me stop you.
Gracias por respetarlo. No, Pepe, en principio no llegué a...
There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
Sí.
Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours.
No llegué a Tommy Jerry si son el fumo tras su amigo.
What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Hijo de puta.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. A 1? I mean, I can understand if you had reservations, you saw ways the game could be improved to more fully express itself mechanically and artistically, but a 1? That's not even helpful. What am I supposed to do with that? But I guess it isn't my place to judge. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Stanley, para volver a Letterboard. Nail, Skid, what? ¿Y estos quiénes son? The please skip the into seconds. Este eres tú. Gracias.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
No, juego un shooter en
primera vez. In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience. You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see.
¿Quieres jugar Dark Souls?
What do we have here?
Se saca Dark Souls. Saca Dark Souls.
Yes.
Se saca Dark Souls.
This seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
O sea, literalmente hay un final si aguanto 4 horas apretando el botón.
Aha. Fascinating.
Escucha, espera. Esto no es Overwatch.
What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation?
Clortox, te lo bebes y acaba el
But
juego.
It seems obvious to me that you were meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you.
Espera, Overwatch no era, tío. Overwatch es otro juego. Firewatch. Era Firewatch. Firewatch. Es Firewatch. 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 Overwatch. Firewatch. Así que Stanley es Mercy. Me ha hecho bastante gracia este giro de guión.
From up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it.
Por cierto, ¿por qué no está Firewatch en la lista?
Venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
Ahora empieza todo Firewatch. Buenas bombonas. No he jugado, sinceramente no sé mucho del juego. Vale, o sea, simplemente era porque no estaba en la lista.
No, it can't be.
Ahora suelta el copyright. ¡Hostia!
It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off.
¡No!
Oh, thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls.
Stanley, haz un esfuerzo.
I think this
Dark
will be
Souls.
just the thing.
Saga Dark Souls. Que saga Dark Souls.
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
Me voy a caer por el medio. No voy a por el
Okay,
medio.
so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports.
Fútbol y coches, ¿cómo supiste que soy hetero? Puleterito. Busi de hetero.
Ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together. Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Voy. Ahora corro más rápido, gracias. Toma. Full hetero, juego al fútbol. Soy hetero. ¿Explotará? Pues no.
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun? Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on? Stanley, I have a thought. And I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one ball generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure, then surely multiple balls makes for an even more euphoric sports experience. I'm going to try it out. Here comes another ball. Yes! Oh goodness, that really does feel amazing, doesn't it? Stanley, I'm like a child in a confectionery shop. I simply have to have more. I'm insatiable. More balls.
Fumbo. Fumbo. ¿Interaccionan entre ellas las pelotas? Fumbo. Fumbo. Sí, interaccionan. Fumbo.
Are you enjoying this, Stanley?
Ya ves, estoy disfrutando.
Is this a
Fumbo.
real video game?
Fumbo.
Well, I sure hope you're having a good time, because guess what? It's over.
No.
That's right. Your little fun comes to an end.
Fumbo.
This is my game, and what I say goes. You get to have fun when I let you, Stanley. Besides, you need someone like me to set boundaries for you. Without rules or boundaries, video games are nothing. Yes, that's what I am. I'm structure. I'm your sense of purpose. And since you decided you didn't want to play my game, now I don't want to play with you either. So, goodbye, Stanley. I'm leaving. See how you like it when I'm not around to set the rules. Somehow, I don't think you'll enjoy it as much. But who knows? You're an inventive kid. You'll come up with something. After all, you're the one who knows best. Take care, Stanley.
Que son las 11:06. Dije que iba a jugar hasta las 11, 11:30, tontito, así que te calles. Y ayer dije que iba a jugar hasta las 12. O sea, que iba a jugar al Dark Souls a las 12. Así que hasta las 12 no me podéis recriminar nada. Me voy a lanzar al vacío. Totalmente, Pepe. Con Arnie siempre. Pidiendo a que se anda, coño. Y si quiero jugar, ¿qué? Hala, luego cuando vuelvas me dices cuánto me queda para irme al Dark Souls, crack. Sí, lo sé, pero como ahora tengo teclado porque no tengo conectado el mando.
Hold on. What are you doing?
¡Toma! Ahora cuando vuelva, como estoy usando el teclado, le doy modo otra vez. Pero ha merecido la pena.
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you.
No te puedo
How will you
seguir.
write a story without me? You can't
No
do
puedes
it.
hacer
You
eso.
know that, Stanley.
Ya la santa bendita. Tenemos muchas. Vamos a ver, ¿por qué nadie me dijo que esto era un juego de miedo? A Van Gilmo se lo puede quitar porque Van Gilmo hace bien su trabajo. En orden de mods están Nerea, Pepe, Van Gilmo, un hueco enorme y Arnie. No, no digas eso, Busi. Tú eres el busicleto de este grupo. A ver, Van Gilmo, Pepe está por encima tuya, más que nada por el hecho de que Van Gilmo, Pepe está siempre en los directos. Entonces, algo bueno tendrá que tener. Una luz, gracias. Nerea por encima de todo, claramente. No es por el miedo de que me esté escuchando. Es mi opinión sincera. ¡Míralo, lo está programando! ¡Ah! No veo, Por aquí. Voy a hacer un script que mande el mensaje cada minuto. Enséñame las pantallas.
I wonder what he found. If what he...
Ya las pantallas me las he soltado, Arnie, lo siento. ¡No! ¡Lo he pulsado 10 minutos en vez de 1! ¡Cagué! Pepe, sin los directos de clones a velocidad de la realidad. Lo he pulsado 10 minutos en vez de 1. Quítaselo, por fin, Iván. Por fin. Yo soy una persona, soy una persona que escribe mensajes aleatorios. Totalmente, Pepe no existe. Pepe es una invención mía. Arnie, perdón, quería poner 60 segundos y no sé qué ha pasado. Ah, ¿sabes qué ha pasado? Que como no he puesto tiempo, si no pones tiempo, el programa automáticamente te pone 10 minutos. Perdón. Vale, ¿ves? 2 segundos. Ya está. He puesto 2 segundos. He puesto 2 segundos. Le he pulsado 2 segundos. Sí, espera. Te voy a devolver tu moderador. Un segundito, porfa. Arnie, que te devuelva moderador. Es que quería hacer la prueba, a ver si es que la había cagado, pero sí. Si te pongo timeout a secas, son 10 minutazos. Voy a terminar pegando un... Espera, si pongo 2... A ver, lo vamos a probar. Barra timeout 1 RN A X 2M. Sí, son 2 minutos. Totalmente cierto. Y le queda un anuncio. Os empiezo a echar a todos para que os salgan anuncios. Gracias. Arnie, perdón, solo era una prueba. Perdón. Toma. Te devuelvo mod. Ahí lo tienes, tu mod. Prueba. ¡Hostia! Espérate. Time out 1 R N A X 2D. ¡Toma! 172.800 segundos. Me sale un mensaje que es Switch Pitch ha expulsado temporalmente a Arnie 172.800 segundos. ¿Alguien le puede quitar, por favor, el timeout al chaval, por favor? ¿Alguien se lo puede quitar, por? Gracias, Pepe. Gracias. Arnie, porfi, escribe por el chat que te dé moderador. Era bromita. He expulsado 2 días. Espera. Voy a hacer la última prueba. La última, lo juro. ¡Iba a poner un año! Puto van, tío. ¿Cómo me conoce? Un year. No se puede expulsar temporalmente al usuario. Espérate. 1 RN AX 1 year. No existe ese comando, Vansetita, lo siento. 1 week. Si pones un W es una semana. Lo acabo de echar 604.800 segundos. Lo he hecho una semana. Lo he hecho una semana. Vale, vamos a probar un mes. Por fin, Pepe, quítale el mal al chaval y que vuelva, anda.
Gotten it. Down in
Lo haya encontrado,
wherever he is
pero
right
que esté
now.
ahora.
I wonder if he's happy with his
No sé
choice.
si será feliz con su decisión.
And if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end to make sense.
Qué pesado el narrador, tío, que cierra el juego. Ahora, espérate, Arnie, que voy a probar a ver un M, a ver si es un month. No, un M es un minuto, Arnie. Arnie Van Girmo. Un minuto. No, un M es un minuto. Tiene que haber otra. Cierto. Tiene que haber otra palabra, tío. Espera. Cuando vuelva voy a probar a poner 20 semanas, 20 weeks, a ver si puedo banearlo 20 weeks. No, ya voy a parar. Cuando vuelva le doy mod y ya está. Lo dejo tranquilito, chaval. Esa es buena, Uzi. Esa me gusta. Uzi, te callas. Vamos a probar. Vamos a probar, Uzi. Tu técnica me ha gustado. 1 month. Vamos a ver. Month. Uzi, te amo. ¡No! Espera. Un segundo. Pepe. Vale. ¿Por qué afectaba a Arnie? Pepe, ¿por qué afectaba a Arnie, cabrón? Claro, ahora que no es admin, lo puede echar. Vale, yo lo que quería mirar era lo siguiente. Un segundo. Esto es de prueba, o sea, ya no voy a jugar más al juego. El jueguecito de los cojones me dice que como mucho lo puedo echar 12.09 600 segundos. O sea, como mucho puedo echar a Arnie 1.000.000 de segundos. Eso entre 60 son 20.000 minutos, que son 336 horas. Como mucho puedo echar a Arnie 2 semanas. El límite son 2 semanas de timeout. Son 2 weeks. 1 month existe, pero no me deja. Como mucho son solo 2 semanas. Triste. Pues permaban, totalmente. Eso también es buena opción. De 2 en 2 y tiro porque me toca. Van caritas
Out of the
fogosas.
chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back.
Cuando volvamos, corto.
Once this ends,
Voy, dame un
after it all
segundo,
comes
Arnie.
to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon.
El final llegará pronto, muy pronto, puedo esperar. No. Vale, está cargando. ¡Ole! La palabra que está Stanley 427. Pues nada. Esta sola, por fin.
Finally.
Va cambiando.
Great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Que no. Te voy a dejar aquí porque el juego tiene pinta de que es empezar de cero. Que me voy a quedar aquí la misma vida. Por cierto, me encantó lo del menú de que pudieras ir viendo, o sea, como la pantalla de 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 la pantalla. Me hizo mucha gracia. Me hizo bastante gracia. Salí al escritorio. Vale, lo voy a dejar por aquí. Voy a darle a Arnie el moderador otra vez. Qué puto pesado, pero bueno, vamos a dárselo. Te faltó calle, Arnie, totalmente. Arnie full falto de calle. Van, eres la persona que menos mensajes ha escrito en mi chat. 673. Pepe y Arnie tienen 999 plus. Y aquí Don Busi tiene 889. Marvelous Infinity War. Pero bueno, yo juego de mientras. Ese van, tío. A Arnie ya le he dado mod técnicamente, a menos escribo, pero siempre estás aquí, man. Eso es lo que importa. Activar moderador a Arnie. Técnicamente Arnie ya es moderador otra vez. Entonces, voy a cortar directo. Yo solo baneo ese van, tío. Está ya gastado en la sombra, entra un bot y Van Girmo. Y lo banea. Le voy a dejar aquí, dadme un momento que me preparo y cambio para... Por cierto, mirad qué técnica. En vez de tener que estar cambiando y cambiando, esta mañana se me ha ocurrido en el OBS hacer otra escena, porque cuando vayamos a Dark Souls, hacer así. Y ya lo tengo cambiado. Con el marquito. Todo está súper overthinked. Mirad qué nivel. Y aquí en grande, para traumatizaros, miraros y observaros. Técnicas de streamer de calidad. Corto por aquí, vengo en un minuto que le cambie el título y nos vemos, ¿vale?